Back in. He was in a chat with Urban Meyer. They were forced to use one, and 106,000, most of whom are wearing orange, reacted with some degree of pleasure.
Yeah, they saw that all last year, the two quarterback system, didn't they? We saw it. We know it causes indecision, but I don't think there was any decision here. 3rd and 4, you got to put your passing quarterback in the game. Let's see what they line up with. A lot of wide receivers. Yeah, they're all over the field here. Wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. 5 of them all over the field.
It's about as many as you can have.
That's all you can have.
Grissler, Leak under pressure. Touchdown! Catch is made by Dallas Baker.
Fake out, come back in. Slide to the outside, come back into the inside. And I think that's the first time that Tennessee showed the loss of 2 corners. You lose Johnson and you lose Fellows. Now you're down to your 6th and 7th guy instead of your 5th guy, your nickel guy. So you're really thin at corner, and Florida took advantage of it.
Chris Hetland's extra point is up and good, and it's senior to senior for the Gators.
Well, and that type, Dallas Baker has just been a touchdown maker lately. You're going to see if he's going to come out and then come right back underneath it. Fake out like he's going to go to the flat. Switch on the play, a bad switch by Tennessee. They played in and out coverage that time, a banjo, and it cost it.
Chris Leak on for the freshman Tim Tebow. It's a touchdown Gators, and it's a 3-point deficit. We're back in Knoxville. The Gators go 72 yards, and they get the touchdown. Chris Leak to Dallas Baker. 72 yards in 7. And Dallas Baker, his uncle, one of the great players in Florida history, wide receiver Wes Chandler, back in the 70s.
This is a football game.
Oh, boy.
This is a football game. You don't see many like this.
Here is the kick. Taylor, LaMarcus Coker are deep. Ouch. At the 23-yard line.
One more look. One of the things that people said couldn't happen is you couldn't get guys to not get the quarterback. Look at the outside blitz right here, unblocked. The spread, what are you going to do? You don't block guys, you got to throw it off your back foot, lay it in there, and that's what the spread does. Okay, you don't have to block them all the time if you know where to go with the ball. And that time an unblocked player comes off the end and Chris Leak throws off his back foot just the way you should and gets a touchdown.
Now here's Ainge. And the Volunteers in the eye. Jason Swain starts in motion. 17-14. And Arian Foster for the first time tonight running on a gimpy knee. Let's go back to the studio for a Liberty Mutual update. Once again, here's Tim.
Vern, Colorado has won the Big 12's North Division each of the last 2 years, but here's ASU's Zach Miller with a touchdown catch for a 21-3 final. The Buffaloes are 0-3 for the first time since 2000. A rough weekend for the Big 12. They're 2-6 with the Nebraska fate still pending at USC.
Timmy, as you know, I live in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and I can promise you the Buffaloes have been getting blitzed in the media in the Colorado area.
And on the field, too.
Yes.
Both last time for Tennessee, it was a 3-and-out. Run on first, run on second, and then almost the sack and safety on 3rd down. Now, after the score again, Tennessee and David Cutcliffe comes out and runs on first and runs on second, and look what happened. 3rd and long again.
We've reached the end of 3 in Knoxville, and we'll return to Neyland Stadium right after this word from your local station. 17-14, Tennessee. We welcome you back to Neyland Stadium, fourth quarter. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, and a huge 3rd down and 8, Tennessee. Ainge with the play change.
Calls coming from the bench again. He lifted up the leg to try to draw the coverage and then looked over.
Has time. Got a man. Brett Smith with a 1st down after a 12-yard pickup on the first play of the 4th quarter. Well, we played 3. Tennessee, despite rushing 17 times for -2 yards, still leads by 2.
You know what happened there, though, Vern? I knew it was going to happen.
You're allowed one of those.
The Tennessee receivers won. Last year, they got blown up in this football game. That time, Brett Smith won. It was one-on-one coverage, and they got the play, and they made the play. That was huge for those guys that came under so much criticism.
They'll try and run it again, and again with the same result. 18 for -3.
18 for -3. Well, they're winning, and they're running the ball on 1st down. And right now, David Cutcliffe must be looking at that clock a little bit. There's still a lot of time left. 3-point game. You know what I like about David, and he's brought so much to this team. When you talk to him and you talk about details, his details have details. There is no gray in this offense anymore. Every route is drawn up to the foot, and that's why it's working.
That's a pretty awesome record under Philip Fulmer, 113-5. The lead here very tenuous. Nice pass by Ainge out on the edge, and it's another Tennessee 1st down. 16-yard gain, Jason Swain. Let's go back to Tim Brando in New York.
Fellas, it's heating up in Tallahassee. Joe Surratt's going to take it in from a yard out. The Seminoles down by 2, go for that number, and Drew Weatherford will hit Chris Davis, and we're tied at 20 in the Bowden Bowl. Time winding down, 5 minutes to play, Vern.
All right, Tim, there's another Bowden here at Neyland Stadium. Terry Bowden stopped by to say hello at halftime, working radio on this game. 1st down and 10. Here's Ainge. And Hardesty nudges out a couple of yards. Brandon Seiler with the tackle.
When we talked to Phil Fulmer, the one thing he said he'd like to have his backs do is say, give me 4 yards. I don't need 70 yards. You know, just give me my 4 yards on 1st down. That's the goal of this football team. When they run the ball on 1st down, give me 4 yards. They haven't got 4 yards all night.
No, they don't.
But at least that time, Hardesty took it up there with abandonment.
I'm reminded of the Florida State-Miami game.
Yeah, I've done one of those too.
2nd down, 7. Ainge.
Oh, look for the ball.
Umpire. Oh, boy.
No, I think that hit. I think it hit the tight end, Chris Brown, right in the leg, didn't it? I don't know. Chris Brown was not looking for the ball as he was crossing the line of crossing the umpire. And I think it hit him right in the umpire will move up on the play. You see the umpire, and as he crosses, you know, that ball could have been caught. It hit him right in the breadbasket.
3rd and 7.
It's going to be a slot blitz. 2 deep safeties, just exactly what they expected. Here comes the man over the slot right here.
They can't pick him up. This pass is caught. Swain inside the 35. That's 3 big pass plays on this drive by Eric Ainge.
They got exactly what they thought. I'll tell you, Eric Ainge has got some big-time talent. This is tough to do. Here comes right in his face, coming from the slot. He has to fall back, untouched. Now watch him deliver this ball. Right in the face mask. Again, get some separation, they win. You know, Reggie Lewis and Ryan Smith really can't lock down these guys, can they?
And again, the ground game ineffective on 1st down. Swain with 6 catches for 77 yards. Eric Ainge was telling us on Friday in his first meeting with David Cutcliffe after he had become the offensive coordinator, he said, here are the new rules. I want you to turn your cap around. I want you to get rid of the jewelry, tie your shoelaces, hitch your pants up, go to class and become a leader. And Eric said, yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I found interesting in that, too, is when he asked Peyton Manning what I should do, he said, just shut up and listen. You'll be a better quarterback.
2nd down and 10. They tried to draw, and
ain't running against these guys.
Yeah, Joe Cohen that time.
I don't blame them. I really don't blame them to keep running the football because they just can't throw it. But again, they ran the ball on 1st and 2nd down and another 3rd down play.
Third down and 10.
Same routine. Give the foot, look over to get the play. David Cutcliffe is actually calling this play from the press box.
And the snap. Ainge rolling out. Threw it behind an unready receiver.
Yeah, and I don't think that would have picked up the 1st down either. I think that was LaMarcus Coker, the tailback that time. Oh, no, it was, I'm sorry, Eric. Came out there, and you see the receiver is just going to turn up on the play. It's really not anyone's fault. That's what happens when you try to do that. That was Chris Brown again. Both times, a little miscommunication, but that's what happened. Credit that one to good defense by Florida, flush him out of the pocket.
Well, from 51 yards away, here's Wilhoit. 2 years ago, he missed an extra point.
Don't have enough players, Vern.
Uh-oh.
Here he comes.
One of the special teams players hurries on.
Boy, it was poor Chris Brown again.
He's hit 2 from 51 in his career. Snap is high. Kick, maybe. Yes! Now he's hit 3 from 51.
Not many bigger than that, though. From 50 yards, your miss factor is so small because if you're 1 degree off, that ball is not going to make it, and Wilhoit puts it through.
James Wilhoit, a senior, a sports psychology major. Eric Ainge helped will it through.
And now, it's time for our Geico scoring recap.
Opening score of this ball game, Chris Leak with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Jamel Cornelius, Florida up 7-3. Then James Wilhoit with a 36-yard field goal, cut the margin to 7-3. Eric Ainge end around, Lucas Taylor, flanker pass. At the other end, LaMarcus Coker, 48 yards. And it was 17-7. Hardesty on 3rd and goal from the 1 got the touchdown to make it 17-7. Chris Leak came back, found Dallas Baker, 17-14. And then a moment ago, James Wilhoit, for the 3rd time in his career, spanked it home from 51 to increase the lead to 20-14. And a footnote, Chris Hetland has missed 2 field goals for Florida tonight.
And you know, we can kid James about talking a little too much, but if you can kick, you can talk all you want. You can talk on the bus, you can talk in a huddle, you can talk on, you just make the kicks.
He's majoring in sports psychology, and he said one of the fascinating things about the study is to study people under pressure circumstances. Here's the kick. Uh-oh. Now we've got a pressure circumstance.
Well, that'll bring it out. That'll get great field position for Florida. Now, think about this kicking game that just blew up the game for Tennessee a year ago. Remember in the 3rd quarter a year ago, you and Todd were here, right, Vern? Fumbled punt.
Right.
Led to a field goal. A fake punt, remember that? Led to a field goal.
Colquitt.
And an 8-yard punt led to a field goal. All of a sudden, things have turned around in the kicking game, which when you looked on the blackboards for Tennessee, that was all over the locker room. Pressure the kicking game. They wanted to win the kicking game tonight.
Florida's got the ball now, down by 6, 10:34 to go. 3-man front for the Volunteers. Leak rolling right, firing right. Caught by Cornelius Ingram, number 7. It's premiere week on CBS. Don't miss the hottest premiere of the season when CSI Miami takes you to the sexiest place on earth. Monday on CBS, America's most watched network. Second down and 8. Deshaun Wynn, big hole. Good downfield block. Dallas Baker was down there to help him gain additional yards. He picks up 27.
Well, the fullback, we talk about the spread, we talk about the 5 receivers. How about a fullback, Billy Latchko, right here? Watch this block as he walls that defensive end in. What a block on Xavier Mitchell that time to spring this play. Billy Latchko says that's the way we used to do it back in Florida football when Emmitt Smith used to run the ball.
Billy Latchko is a building construction major and spent the summer working on a construction project just off the campus from 10 in the morning till 3:30 every afternoon. He's a blue-collar guy. 1st and 10. Slips the ball inside. Ryan Carl, number 39. Well, we've talked a little bit tonight about the new timing rules. A year ago, after 100 plays, 2005, there was 18 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Tonight, after 100 plays, look at that dramatic difference, 10 minutes and 22 seconds.
And that means instead of getting the ball maybe 3 or 4 more times, Florida's only going to get it 2 or 3 more times, probably just 2 times, as this game might go down to a 21-20 game. Every drive is important. Tebow's back in, running the ball.
Yep, not a surprise. Tim Tebow, for the 5th time tonight, runs the ball.
And Justin Harrell had to come back in the football game. He's going down. Wants to go down with a victory.
Philip Fulmer said yesterday, we sat in his office talking about Justin Harrell. He said it's a great story. It's a testament to his loyalty to the University of Tennessee, but it's also about how well will he play. I think the answer is he's played pretty well. 3rd down.
They're both going to come from the corners right here.
Leak. Quarterback draw, slides. Looks like he's going to be a foot short.
You can't slide there, Chris Leak. You got to dive across that line. That 3rd down and 6, you cannot slide.
And he came up short.
I mean, he knows it himself. I mean, in a film room, he's going to say, I shouldn't have done it, coach.
Look who's coming in.
Yep. Now you got 3rd and 5, and you're going up. You got to dive across the line. You cannot slide. Florida's going to have to take a timeout here.
Which will be their 2nd. 7:53 to go. 4th and a foot when we come back. 4th down, a yard. Tennessee leads by 6, 20-14. Tim Tebow, the highly touted freshman quarterback, is in, and apparently, Gary, they will go from the spread on 4th and a yard.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they would take a quarterback center exchange. He hasn't done one in the game. 4th and inches, shotgun.
Rissler, snap is perfect. Tebow uses that 6'3" frame to struggle for the 1st down.
Man, oh man, is that guy a load, isn't he?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? 4th and inches, you bring in a freshman, run a shotgun, basically quarterback sneak. You know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When you go shotgun all the way, you got to believe it. And you can see Urban Meyer believes in his offense.
7 carries for the freshman, 29 yards, and Chris Leak stoically says, nicely done.
Love his demeanor. It has not changed all game in the middle of all these fans.
Now Leak under center on 1st down, backs in the eye. They'll run it left. Nice tackle is made by Ryan Carl, number 39, on Deshaun Wynn. Look for a moment like Wynn might be loose for a big one. 19 carries, 95 yards. 2nd and 4.
Now, anything close as a staff, you got to be thinking 4-down territory. Of course, if it's 3rd and long, you kick the field goal. 4th and long, excuse me, you kick the field goal. But if it's anything close, you're going to continue to go for it with under 6-7 minutes to go in the game.
8th play of this drive. Cornelius is way wide to the right side. Play fake. Leak pulls up. Got a man wide open. A defender slips, and Dallas Baker has a touchdown. 2nd time tonight, 21 yards.
Same exact play from a different formation that they ran before. Chris Leak rolled left and threw back across the formation. Tennessee had a gimmick defense on, and they had the perfect call. That is good coaching. They knew that defense was going to be on.
Antoine Stewart, number 24, was the man who slipped the defender at the 5-yard line for the lead. Hetland. And Florida's back on top. 21-20.
Same play as before. 2 tight ends before, but Leak is going to come out this way, and Baker's going to cross with 2 guys going the opposite way. Watch as Tennessee becomes discombobulated again. They pass off players, playing quarter, half. That's what they're playing on that play right there, and they had the perfect call on the play. That means half the field was playing man and half the field was playing zone, and they had the perfect call on. That's why those coaches stay there until 1 o'clock in the morning. They had the right call on.
Chris Leak gave way to the freshman Tim Tebow on the 4th down play, then came on and threw the touchdown. Gators by 1. Welcome back to Neyland Stadium. We invite you to watch a perfectly executed play from ground level. Leak to Baker. Pretty.
Boy, sometimes you just get schemed, and that time Tennessee got schemed. 2 touchdowns on the same exact play. Remember also the touchdown pass with the linebacker right in Leak's face. That's 3 touchdown passes here in Knoxville.
8 plays, 65 yards. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. 6 minutes and 30 remaining in this game. Here's Phillips with a kick. Taken by Lucas Taylor. Out to the 20, tripped up, an ankle tackle by John Curtis. Let's go back to the studio for a game-changing performance powered by Pontiac. Here's Tim.
Vern Bowden Bowl 8. The father now is 5-3 as James Davis takes it in from a yard out after a 47-yard run set it up. In case you were wondering, the last time Miami, Florida State, and Florida lost on the same Saturday, October 30th, 2004. Before that date, it was 1978. Vern.
All right, Timmy. The Gators lead here by 1. Thus rendering insignificant the significance of that note. If they hold on to win. Wrap up all of today's action tonight at 11:30 Eastern with SEC Football Nation on CSTV, the 24-hour college sports network from CBS Sports.
Doesn't that clock change around fast right now?
Yes.
As we showed in that graphic, there would probably be about 10, 12 minutes left in this football game. Now there's 5 minutes. Now it's already the pressure. They got to go no huddle. They got to go for it. That's how much this clock has impacted the game.
Ainge.
Beautiful throw.
Finds Meacham. Works his way left, center of the field, and tackled with a first down at the 36-yard line. Now here's where the new rule comes into play. The clock stops in college football on the first down, but when it is marked ready for play, as it is right now, the clock starts again.
David Cutcliffe's going to look back at this game when he ran the ball on 1st and 2nd down, 3 out of 4 series there and didn't go. He's going to say, what were we thinking? Maybe a little bit. That'll be what everybody talks about.
1st and 10, little screen set up left side. Montario Hardesty.
That's good running.
$16 yards, first down.
Very simple slip screen to the wide receiver. Florida's putting plenty of pressure on up front. They're going after the quarterback. Get the ball into your playmakers. Hardesty takes it up and delivers punishment with it. Right now, you're looking at field goal position within what, maybe 20 yards.
First down and 10 from the 49. Right side, caught. Oh, he needed to come to the right.
Hold him down. Yep, hold him down.
Brett Smith. Don't forget, later in the game, we'll bring you the 5-star play of the game presented by Wrangler. From my many years of watching this game, I think that Dallas Baker touchdown catch.
Smelled it out.
It has a chance, yeah.
Like Tiger Woods chipping. Big play, huh?
Virtue of experience. 2nd and 6. Ainge throws it away. 3rd down.
Live for another play. Smart play. Both quarterbacks have been pretty heady. Couple mistakes. That's going to happen. You're going to make it when you got the ball in your hands against these great athletes. But they fought through the adversity, early interceptions, and stayed in the game.
Swain goes wide left. Smith in the slot. Meacham bottom of the screen to the right.
No free safety this time.
Looks like Florida's got to kill their final timeout. No, I beg your pardon. There was a flag on the far side.
I'm going to get a first down on this, or pretty darn close to it. First down. Florida was in the neutral zone. It's going to come up to be 3rd and inches or a first down.
Marcus Thomas.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Right in the middle, right there. You'll see it. They're faking the blitz or they're coming. Don't know for sure. But Marcus Thomas went a little too far on the fake.
3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. At the 40. Quarterback sneak. Ainge appears to have enough.
I haven't been watching quite as long as you, but I like 3rd and 1 better than 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see, between the two of us.
We got it covered.
What a perspective on this game.
Boy, that clock just keeps crawling. I've been in so many games like this. Feels a lot more like an NFL game than a college game now with the new clock, I gotta say.
Clock is stopped. They'll bring the chain out to see if Ainge got enough for the first down.
Haven't had a lot of measurements, have we?
No. 1st and 10, Florida. Florida and Tennessee battle. This is 10 out of 11 years that they have opened SEC play against each other. The one year they did not was because of September 11, 2001. 1st down and 10. Play fake, blitz, Ainge. That's going to be intentional. Yep, absolutely. Brandon Seiler was unimpeded.
You know, that's surprising. We haven't called Brandon Seiler's name a lot in this football game. He's their leading tackler, one of the great players on that defense. But when a play needed to be played and it's a blitz everyone knew was coming, they've been running the same blitz all game. Tennessee just opened up and parted him in.
On the offense, foul is lost it down. It's followed the foul.
And this is not the quarterback's fault. You never turn this guy over. This is the guy that might come free, but this guy should always be picked up. Seiler comes right up the middle, a missed protection, and Ainge has got to eat the ball with the linebacker right in his face.
Well, I don't know that it was Michael Frog, but the center was blocking air. He went to his right. Here's on 2nd.